library for data analysis and data manipulation. So from the definition, we can understand that it is something connected with the data. And you can see this term library. We are familiar with this term library. We have learned last year how to create a library and how to use a library. We have used our NumPy library. Hope you remember that. So Pandas is a library which is similar to our NumPy. Now what does the name Pandas stands for? Pandas stands for Panel Data System. Okay. So this is an expansion of Pandas, Panel Data System. What is data analysis? Data analysis defined as a process of cleaning, transforming and modeling data to discover useful information for business decision making. The purpose of data analysis is to extract useful information from data and taking the decision based upon the data analysis. Nowadays, a single day doesn't go by without doing a data analysis. You see some examples here. Okay, these are the areas in which Pandas has been used, which means that these are the areas in which we do data analysis. You see economics, recommendation system, stock prediction, advertising, analytics, natural language processing, neuroscience, statistics, big data, data science. For a simple example, I will say take an example of recommendation systems. You may be using Facebook, Instagram, etc. And in the social media networks, once you log in, sometimes they may show you that recommended for you. In YouTube and all, you may see that videos recommended for you. How do they do the recommendations? They may be keeping an analysis of what type of videos or what type of things that you like, and based on that they give the recommendation. So that's a simple example of data analysis. So these are the areas in which Pandas are being used, and that is why we are going to learn Pandas. Now see, this is an example of the daily case that we are now dealing with. We are not much bothered about. See the growth in COVID cases in different countries is between 100 and 1000 case. So on the average, different countries data has been analyzed here, and if in our country, if we have the 100th case by day 6, by a 100th case in a particular day, then within 6 or 7 days we should expect the 1000th case. That's a precaution, that is warning that is given. Now this is another example. You see the COVID outbreak on cases by number of days. Like on 40th day, what is the condition of different countries here? Okay, so there is a hike in the countries like Italy, 40. South Korea, it has been increased, but it is being managed here. Iran also, it has increased before, I think before by 10th day itself, it has been slowly increasing. In India, it has been steady till 25-30 days, and then after that also, it is slowly increasing. But the rate of increase is slow, you can see. This is another type of analysis, GDP growth rate over different financial years. This is another example about the market share of different mobile operating systems used. This is an analysis about what type of post do people put in your Facebook. Like photo 54%, which means that 54% of people like to put photo in Facebook. And here you see, this is a natural language processing example. A statement is there in English, and reading the statement we can analyze whether this is a positive or negative statement by giving polarity. Certain words has been stored, this should be stored as data, and analyzing this, how many occurrences of these positive words are there, negative words are there, we can decide the overall statement whether it is positive or negative. So these are all examples of areas in which Pandas are used. Now, Wes McKinney is the inventor of this Pandas library, and he is known as the benevolent dictator for life. This is a post or a position that is given to the software people who invent something, because he takes up the responsibility of any problem dealing with Python. Okay, Pandas library. Okay, for Python, it is our Guido van Rossum. He is the benevolent dictator for life of Python, and Wes McKinney is the benevolent dictator for life of Python Pandas. So we have learned that Pandas is a Python library for data analysis and data manipulation, and it stands for Panel Data System. You see the features of Python Pandas. It is an open source software. Open source means source code can be obtained, and it is published under BSD license for publishing a source a software as open source, we need a license. So that the license obtained by Python Pandas is BST license. It offers high performance, easy to use data structures. We will be dealing with the data structures later. It can read or write different data formats. It can easily select subsets of data from bulky data sets. Remember, we have done in NumPy. It has functionality to find and fill missing data. It supports reshaping of data. It supports visualization. All these things are features. All these features we will be exploring in our coming sessions. Now to install Pandas, we have to use the pip install command. It won't come installed with Python. We have to install it separately using pip install Pandas command. That should be done in your command prompt. Here in my system, I have given the command. Since it is already installed, it gave me the message that requirement already satisfied. Okay, you can do it in your system. You need internet connectivity for installing Python Pandas. Now, if you want to check whether Pandas has been installed in your system, you go to your Python folder in which your Python is installed. There you have the version folder. My version is 3.6, and inside that lib folder is there. Inside that you have site packages folder. Now I am standing inside the site packages folder. You can see what are the things inside this. Here see NumPy is there. Pandas is here. So which means that Pandas is installed in my system. Now first what we are going to learn is Pandas data structure. A data structure is a particular way of storing and organizing data in a computer to suit a specific purpose so that it can be accessed and worked within appropriate ways. You just understand that it is a way of arranging or keeping the data inside the memory. You see this example, different data structures are given here. Different data structures are organized differently. That means accessing of data, you can see that it's different types of accessing methods are used. For example, here you have first data, a link is given to the next data, like that it is being stored. Here you have a hierarchical structure, here it is a linear structure. Then here you have a spanning tree, something similar to your graph. Okay, so data structure is simply a way of organizing or keeping data, arranging data inside the memory. In Pandas, we have two important or basic data structures, series and data frame. So in this chapter, we will be first dealing with the series. We have to learn how to create a series and how to store data in a series. Series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. That's the definition. Okay, series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. And it contains two things. One is the actual data and the next is the index values. We have seen about index values also when we have used NumPy. So you are aware what is an index. So series also have got two things, that is one is the data and next is the index value, and both should be of the same length, which means that if you have three data, then there should be three index values. See, this is an example. First column represents the index and second column represents the data. Okay, so here you have 4 data and 4 index values. So these are the things which we are going to learn now. How to create an empty series, how to create non-empty series. Different methods are there. How to create it from a sequence, how to create it from an ND array, how to create from Python library, and how to create it from scalar values, and creating series objects. Now this is an example of creating an empty series. See, an object, that is a series object, you can use any variable name here, is equal to pandas.series. S is capital here. Okay, to use Pandas, we have to import using import statement. It's a library, isn't it? So we have used import Pandas as PD, and we have given yes, that is S is the series object here, is equal to PD dot series. Now we have not specified anything inside the bracket, so this is an empty series. Now if you want data to be specified, we have to specify data, and we can specify index value and data type also inside the bracket. You see the example here. You can see the example here, series. Okay, within bracket I have mentioned range of 5. If we have not mentioned data, index, data type, anything we have not mentioned, which means that the first one will be taken as data. So this range of 5 is taken as data. Okay, here data is a list of values. Here data is NDA, that is NDA stands for array range function, this range function, these values. Okay, so here index has not been mentioned. If index is not mentioned, it will be taken from 0 to n minus 1. Make it be more clear when you watch the sessions or videos on practicals. Okay, please watch. So these were the points that we have discussed so far. Creating empty series, creating series from sequence data type, creating series from numpy arrays, then from dictionary, from scalar value, then how to use NaN, how to specify data type, then how to perform mathematical operations with the series, that is how to create data using mathematical operations. Okay, these were the things that we have discussed. Now we have some homeworks here. These questions you have to write in your homework note, and please answer all these questions. Very fundamental basic questions. 10 questions are there in total. Here you can see in this, here you have 7 questions. Please write down these questions and write the answers for that. You can pause the video and then write down the questions and write the answers later. This is the 8th question. Create a Pandas series as follows from the list type of data and index. This is your 8th question. This is the 9th question. Create a Pandas series as follows from range and range functions. Okay, use suitable one, whether range or range you can use to create the series. This is the last question, 10th question. Create a Pandas series as follows from the dictionary. So using a dictionary you have to do this. Hope you will be able to solve all these questions by yourself. You have to try it by yourself, each one of you. Please try to solve all these 10 questions by yourself. Do it in your homework note neatly. Okay? Thank you.